and these battery percentage points are going down super fast. Like hardly gone anywhere. We've already dropped down to 79%, and that first big chunk has disappeared already. That's crazy. 78. Man, at this rate we're going to get nowhere. Okay, so the context for what I'm doing right now on this ride is a few weeks back I did the real world range test where I rode this bike, the Surron Ultra Bee R, full speed. So I did whatever the speed limit was on the road that I was on, I did that. So it's 60 on this, then it goes up to 80, then it's 100 to get a real world range test. And then after that I did an eco mode range test, and I wanted to start that one at 100%, but I couldn't get the bike to get up to 100. It would only go up to 95 approximately, and then after that went to charge it back up and it only got up to 85, and I was like, what is going on? Like, that is a lot of percentage of the battery to no longer have, and that means that's going to massively impact the range. That baseline was supposed to be done to give a baseline before the 2025 version of this bike comes out in a few months time. I wasn't expecting it to be a baseline against itself, but here we are 6 weeks later, and I haven't done that many more kilometers. This bike's only been used on the road, so it's not like it's been getting a battering with vibrations and that kind of thing. So I'm super interested to see how we go today. So we started at 85% and we've only gone 4.8 kilometers according to the clock, and we are now at 73%, and they're going down fast. So we'll see how we go. Once I'm out of the safety of the cove, it's 80 all the way, and then it's the 100 stretch. So naughty boy. 60 along here. Oh well, there you go. I was just saying, once I get out of the safety of the cove, well, it's not that safe here either, is it? Once I get off of this road, it is 80 minimum. So you need power, like, to be safe and to keep up with the flow of traffic, that kind of thing. So at this rate, I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to the numbers that we got on the original test, which is a shame and concerning. And I'm definitely going to have a chat with the dealer, because supposedly Surron only selling their bikes through dealers means that you've got a support network, but we'll find out, won't we? So we're just coming up to the 100 stretch. So far I can't even do a comparison because the numbers are so out of sync at the moment. We've done 6.3 kilometers. We're just at 70% now, and we're at the 100 stretch. So I'm assuming it's going to behave in a similar fashion, but we will see. Okay, we've got a gap. I mean, even now I can see that the top speed, we're a few points off. So it's already having an impact. We're doing 90, about 91. We were doing 96 last time at this point, but it's not surprising, because if we're already down juice, then yeah, it's not surprising that we're not hitting those top speeds like we were, but it's a concern. I know from riding the bike around that it still has the majority of the power once you start dropping down the percentage points, and you really only have a dramatic loss of power once you get to 12%. So the bike's still going to operate pretty well, and this isn't my opinion, this is fact. I'm just letting the numbers do the talking here, but we'll see how we go. The conditions are pretty similar temperature wise. We are in the middle of winter now, but it's only been 6 weeks and winter here doesn't really get that bad. I think it was roughly 25 degrees when I did the range test 6 weeks ago, and it's about 21 today, so it's still pretty pleasant. It's not cold by any means. It's basically bang in the middle warm, which is good for a range test. So I don't think there's any excuses conditions wise. I think it's just the battery, and battery's the big thing, because battery equals range. So yeah, when I first noticed the issue, or this issue, the battery was only going up to 95%. I thought, okay, I can handle that. It's not great, but I can handle that. And then 85% the next time I charged it. That's another 10%, 15% less than what you should be getting, and you can only ride the bike to 12%. So originally we're doing 88%, and that you take that one on the chin, it is what it is. But to then lose 15%, I don't know, it's a concern. So I just hope this doesn't happen to you if you have one of these bikes. But if you're just interested in knowing, or you want to know what to do if it does happen, maybe this will help you out. But yeah, see how we go. Trying to keep an eye on the range and the numbers and that kind of thing, but I'm super interested to see how we go, because at the moment the numbers are not looking good. 56%, and we are at 13.2 kilometers. So 55%, 13.3. I mean, it's going down fast. I don't want to be pushing the thing home. So normally my turnaround would be about 56, 54%, but I think today it's got to be 49, because I just don't know what the range is going to do. But even though I'm doing a comparison against the baseline, this is still just its own thing. Like, if the bike can only get up to 85%, then that's going to limit your range. So unless these numbers start balancing out towards the end of the ride, it means the bike can't go anywhere near as far as it used to, which is not cool at all. So 47. Okay, I'm calling it here because I can't turn around if I keep going along where I wanted to go. There's no turnaround point for quite a way. So 18 kilometers on the nose, 47%. Man, that is not cool. Right, I'm busting a U-turn. Okay, so we're heading back. 47%, 18.2 kilometers. So we just dropped to bar 40%, and we're at 21.5 kilometers. Okay, back on the safety of Fullerton Cove Road. We did about 88. I think I saw 89 flick up briefly just then on the 100 stretch. %, 32.3 kilometers, and we are definitely nowhere near as far along this road as we were on the previous test. So even though we turned around approximately 5 kilometers early, saving us 10 kilometers in total, we're still falling short like another kilometer to go to that 20% on the previous video. I mean, I was going to do the exact same route, but there's no point. Like, we're not even getting the same numbers turning around early. We're still short. I will go down to 12%, but I'm not going to do the same loop and that kind of thing. So this is where we went to 20% last time, and I'm reading 34.1 kilometers and 18% battery. Like I said a moment ago, that's with shaving a whole 10 kilometers off the midpoint of the ride. So it's pretty disappointing. And these are the facts speaking. This isn't my thoughts or opinions, these are facts. So the bike still behaves the same, power-wise. Power's dropping off in a consistent manner. The shame is that that first 20%, first 10%, that's where the fun was. Because that was when the bike was at its most powerful. So you go the fastest. The top speed that you could get in that first 10% from 100 down to 90, you can't get that speed when you drop below 90. That's just the facts. So it's a real shame that it seems like that's gone. There we go, 12%, 38.2 kilometers. That's really disappointing. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to go have a cry. Balance out towards the end of the ride. It basically means the bike kind of unless these to get a real world range test, and then after that I did another kilometer maybe, I reckon, to the halfway point. Oh sorry, not